Hey guys, it's Adrian from Men in Transition again. I wanted to talk to you today about coming out as transgender. Today is New Year's Eve, tomorrow starts 2014, and I know at least a few of you who will be watching this today are still in the closet, for lack of a better way of putting it. I came out a little bit over a year ago. Um, I'd been struggling with it for, well, as most of us, my entire life, but I had actually started coming out about 10 years ago and did not get a well reception, so I just kind of dove into a closet and buried myself under marriages and children and all of that chaos. But I wanted to tell you today, you don't have to stay in the closet. It's a different day and age than 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 5 years ago. It's the time when you can do it. And even if you end up losing most of the people in your life, you'll find so many more who will come into your life and go, dude, we accept you as you are. I don't care what's in your pants. My coming out story was a mix of well-received and chaos incarnate. I lost my mother. I could not go to my grandmother's funeral. Um, I still haven't spoken to my grandfather since I came out. My father's trying to be supportive, having his own difficulties. I am his firstborn. The oldest. Next one down is 5 years younger than me, so I'm like the one everyone had looked to for things, and we didn't have a good start because I'm an only child between him and my mom, so I feel in some ways I kind of lost both of my parents. Like I said, my father does his best, but he's almost 50 and kind of hung up in his ways, but he's as open-minded as you can expect him to be. My extended family was a bit of a mixed bag. My grandfather on my mother's side actually said, okay, whatever, what's your new name? And his wife was just amazing with it, and they've been some of my biggest supporters. They've even spoken up against my mother for her treatment of me. My rival aunt, as I call her, we've been at feuding for God over damn near a decade, and I came out and she ended up becoming my biggest supporter. She like literally everything that was between us went away, and she's like, I'm here if you need me. In fact, I'm here now, I'm here then, I'm just, whatever was in the past, it's in the past. You're my nephew and I love you. And the aunt I had considered like my favorite aunt because there was no feuds and we always talked and everything like that. She actually took a bit longer to come around, and around Christmas last year she was just like, I don't know what took me so long. You are who you are and I love you. And my cousins have all been staunch supporters, and they've been just right there with me and loving me for who I am. And my friends, again, a mixed bag. I got a lot of good reactions, a lot of positive support, and I got a lot of negative. I tried to come out gently and said screw it. I contacted my family personally. I spoke to my husband first, after I realized what was going on with me, and that did not go over too well because, well, I was married to a straight man. But then I started slowly coming out to my family and friends, and I ended up just saying screw it, and I made a blog post, a giant note on Facebook, and on a couple of other social media sites that I was a part of, and I just literally said, this is me. If you don't like me, here's the unfriend button, use it. I don't need you. I need supportive people, and I cannot live my life a lie, and I cannot live my life hiding. And it's been a whirlwind ever since. My blog, if you remember my intro, Adventures of a Pagan Transparent, started as a without the trans, and evolved since then. It was very, I guess I was so in the closet. I went on this whole, I can't be a guy, I have to be a girl because I've got what I've got, so I'm going to be the girliest, girlish, feminist, Nazi person you can think of, and I'm really not. I'm a feminist. I think women have the right to be equal. I think they have the right to choose what happens to their body, and how they are responded to in media is ridiculous, but at the same time, I'm a guy. I'm a guy who respects women, and that's just something that took me a long time to just really accept. And once you actually accept who you are, the world be damned. Let people know who you are, because all you're doing is a disservice to them and yourself, because if you're hiding behind a mask, you're not letting people know who you are. And ever since I put that mask down, I threw it out. I shredded it, burnt it, and just sent it to space. It was gone. And ever since then, people have remarked on how much happier I am, how much more open I am, and it's just like this weight that had been on my shoulders since I was like 4. That everyone remarked on. I have this chip on my shoulder, and no one knew why. It's gone. It's gone because I'm free. I'm finally free. And I don't suggest you do what I did. Giant Facebook post is not the best way to come out. But I do suggest you judge your safety and do what's best for you, but don't hide. Even if it means that you know that you're going to have to get up and move. Set yourself up to be able to do it, and find that family that will take you in. I ended up living with friends' family, and they call me their son. They call me my son their grandson, and I am so blessed to have been taken into this family. And if I could find it, you can. It may be harder, and you may have to go through some unusual avenues to find a safe place to go. But if you spend your entire life hiding in a closet, fearful of what you might lose, you're never going to find what you will find. And I guess with that, I hope you all have a wonderful, out, and safe New Year.